Welcome back to Black Skies Reviews. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Star Wars The Vintage Collection from the Clone Wars cartoon, The Mandalorian Super Commando Captain. We are just off the tail of the review for the Mandalorian Super Commando that I just released before this video just moments ago. Now we're going to look at the Captain, which makes it an overall great presence on your shelf. Fortunately, my card came in my pile of loot with my other stuff, and it must have got shifted and the bubble came off. It's not a big deal for me because I am opening him and reviewing him and also playing and displaying with him. So no big deal. But fortunately, for visibility for you guys to see the card before opening it, you can see a little bit of wear around the bubble. That's why that's present. You see the figure in the bubble there. And the artwork is fantastic. We get the Kenner logo, the name peeled down in like a maroon color. These are recommended for ages 4 and up. There are small parts in these, so please be careful with anybody under the age of 3. These are 1/18 scale and looks pretty cool from the outside. I'm going to go ahead and try to turn this around without knocking my entire display over. This is kind of the back of it. So you see the cross sell. This is BC 246 for you card collectors. The other half of the card is trash. Here is a UPC if that helps you guys out at all. I'll pause and copy that down. All this other stuff, artwork in the card doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and get him out of the clamshell, and we'll take a look at him. Okay, here he is. You can see he has some differences and from his commandos. Looks very cool. Let's start with taking a look at that helmet. What's really cool about this, it has the horns representing or giving respect, or however you want to claim it, to Darth Maul, because it has the his horns, his species type aesthetics. Looks pretty cool. It has the black on the back and the red. And throughout most of all the top, and then the front has a little bit of the gray on it, of course, as you can see in front of you. It looks to be, the best I can tell, the same mold as his commandos, obviously with a new head and new shoulder pauldrons. So you can see the pauldrons here have a very cool design. We have the red line work with the spikes. That is done very well. The chest paint, the red, is a different design than his commandos. The commandos have more of a gunmetal color. This is a black chest plate carrier / armor. On the back, you can see he has the straps, a big gaping hole, which we hate. We went through a whole spiel with that on the Commando, so if you want to check that out first, I recommend you check out the Commando before the Captain reviews. Gray belt, gray gauntlets with silver on it. This one has just gray on his gauntlet, black gloves. He has his pistol holsters, which are the same as the Commandos, so they're going to be a little snug on his guns. Gray knee pads. We have the red shin guards, gray feet. We have a little bit there red on his crotch piece, and then the back here is a lot of just like that tannish jumpsuit underneath the armor. So you can see most of that from the back. Pretty decent. So here's some more angles for you guys. And check out that armor and all the aesthetics and details that this figure has to offer. Pretty nice. Now for the articulation, his head does go down, up a little bit, like so. 60 rotation, all side to side. Arms rotates. You have the same problem with the pauldrons. They rotate 360, but you got to bring them out around that pauldron, because this pauldron piece is a part of that neck piece, which is a pain. 360 rotation at the elbow, bendable elbow. Get you more than 90. Same hand, so they go up and down like this. doing 360 rotation all the way around. You have side to side, back and forth on the waist. 360 rotation here. It's like a soft ratchet. He has a ball jointed hips, the same as the other Commandos. See if we can get his hands out of the way. Goes about that far for a split. And about that far. Single jointed knees. Feet do pivot down. And then side to side rocker. Pretty much the same thing as the Commandos. Pretty much the same body buck as is his troopers. Okay, for his accessories, he pretty much has the same accessories as his Commando, which is unfortunate because for display purposes, you want your commander, captain, whatever rank he is, to stand out. Yes, he does stand out in the color palette and having the different head sculpt on his helmet. I get that, but yeah, I think he should have had like either an additional gun to what he has, or just a replacement for his blaster. So he does come with the same blaster as you see with the Commandos, but it's not the same color. You can see it's like a lighter. Mine's a little lighter than the other ones, but it's the same thing, and unfortunately it's the same flimsy trash plastic. And he comes with 2 pistols just like his counterparts or his troopers, and they look like this. They are the same as the other ones with a little bit of a different shade of color and a super thin plastic that's super bendable. And then he comes with a jetpack, pretty much the same as the Commandos. He has the red around the missile, or the jets here on each side. This is the missile. We do have the drilled exhaust. We have the peg. Nothing extravagant or anything for this either. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, you just should have had like a better main assault rifle or a blaster that was something different than his troopers, you know, for, you know, just for a different loadout, in my opinion. But it's not a deal breaker. It's just not what I would have liked to have seen. I'd like them. They look cool. As you can see, they have a great presence on your shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the jetpack in, and we can see how that looks on the figure. Not too bad. And then you can see that I will go ahead and put the blaster in his hand, which is quite flimsy. Looks not too bad. And then if you bring his other hand up, very carefully, be careful. You don't want to try to get in the right position, and you can keep it kind of straight. It doesn't look bad due to the quality of the plastic. You can get a 2-handed wield, and then obviously you have his little pistols. I'll go ahead and put those in for you. Okay, here he is, looking pretty cool. The pistols, they stay in there, but they're a little bit loose, so they can drop and be lost easily. They're not very snug. If you get in the right position, they kind of stay a little bit, but if he falls over, he's definitely losing them. Or if you don't get it directly in his hand, they fall out pretty easily. Pretty cool. The other thing about these guys is, let's see if I can get his hand out of the way here. And if you try to put this in here like this, these are going to bend. These are different tolerances. I can barely get that in there because you see the handle wanting to bend on me. That's very tight. And that's for the Commandos also. So how much you got to stand. I really can't push much more without risking having stress plastic marks on my weapon. I do not want that in any of my figures, because it looks terrible, and that means you weaken the plastic. The plastic's okay. I felt better plastic for the other Mandalorian figures they let out, like the Death Watch troopers. those were done very well. But nothing's perfect. So, although overall he looks pretty cool for a presence. Here you can see him with his squad I've created. Here he looks very good as a centerpiece to his commandos. I would have liked to have had more, honestly, because when I first seen Clone Wars with that particular season, they had, the Death Watch and the Darth Maul Legion or affiliates with them. I thought that was really awesome, and I'd like to have had quite a bit more. But quite honestly, I do like them, but I don't like them for several reasons, like the gaping hole in their back, the poor pistol cases, and the poor plastic for all weapons, and that's for both the captain and the commandos. So, I do recommend them if you can get them at retail. Well, if you are, a Mandalorian fan, you got to have one of each or something. For me, I wanted a little attack squad, just for playability purposes. And invested just a little bit of money into them. I wish they were better. I could have probably would have wanted bought more of them, but I'm going to pass and just keep what I have here. And they can hang out with Darth Maul and be his, protectors in my universe for now. And then who knows what we might see in the future with Hasbro and maybe new releases, resculpts, whatever. But as for now, it works for my shelf. So I do recommend them. They're cool. They're not perfect, but there was better Mandalorian body bucks out there they should have used. If they're going for a little bit of individuality, I get that, but not to sacrifice playability and quality, in my opinion. So there they are. Hope you guys liked this review. If you did, don't forget to check out my Super Commando review, and then we'll be doing many, many more reviews for Star Wars Vintage Collection if you like that. And if you want to collect anything else, like we'll be doing G.I. Joes and more Joy Toy, ton of Warhammer stuff coming. So look forward to that. Other than that, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.